Hi, this is Rachel with Tarot Dreams. I believe everything is made up of patterns and synchronicities. There's a hidden meaning in all that you experience. I get messages through Providence, intuition, visions, dreams, and channeling. Today I would like to share and explore some of these messages with you, and as always, know that I appreciate you all. Signs are all around us and within us, and they guide us and they provide direction. Well, this week I've been seeing quite a few signs, and a lot of it has to do with, I believe, the Lion's Gate, manifestation and setting new intentions and clearing the old and taking stock of what just doesn't serve you anymore. And I'm going within that energy, and then I started seeing the number 17, and I believe that 17 is going to be, the 17th is going to be prevalent this month, the 17th through the 19th. I believe there may be another shift. Our perception may change in some way. I started seeing visuals of the eye of a needle and a wig. I started seeing like the streaks through the wig. The wig was brown and it had a gold streak through it, and I could only see partial, like one eye. So once again, we've got another reference to an eye. And then I started seeing like underground tunnels and like a series of communications. And I started seeing grass, like roots. So I started to do some research. I mean, I understood the underground communications and the tunnels, but then it started to take another turn when I looked up the eye of the needle and found out that, there is a gateway in Jerusalem where it was a hidden entrance. And I also took the wig to be a covering. It could be a false covering. It could represent a disguise, something not presenting the accurate truth. And the brown and gold. But once again, we have that eye. So not all is seen. So I believe it may have been a disguise or a deception. It could have something to do with Jerusalem, so you might want to take that into account. But then I also looked it up, and basically the gateway in Jerusalem, a loaded camel could not get through it. So it would have to unload in order to get through this gateway. And I believe there's a biblical reference stating that it would be easier to get through the eye of the needle than it would be for a rich man to get through heaven with his riches, which basically means that, you can't take it with you. And there's some things that you have to let go of. But it could be a dual meaning. So take that. You may want to interpret your own meanings for those visuals, but those were something that I was getting as underground tunnels, and there was, like I said, like a cave-in, but I did get some the wig, the covering. So there's just a lot of things going on with that. So I started thinking about what it is with what's coming about. And I started to get other things that started stepping forth. And I got the wolf spirit. And I know the wolf spirit represents a wildness, a freedom, and a belonging. So I get the sense of that there's going to be, when the wolf spirit speaks of wildness, it's actually talking about sovereignty. When you talk about freedom, you're talking about being able to howl, to be able to express yourself, the freedom of expression. Now, I also seen a visual of Trump, and it was an outline of his face or his head. It almost looked like it was on a stamp, but that was all I seen. So I didn't get any extra imagery around that or anything else. but I did get the sense of being able to express ourselves, the freedom and the wildness, the sovereignty came out pretty strong. So I asked Spirit for a few messages to go ahead and round this out, because that was pretty much all I got this week. And the owl stepped forward. And what the owl said was that there's a recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose. It's in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking. Once again, I got 17. For new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Then the seahorse stepped forward and said, as you embraced your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest. Relax, and you shall attract all you need. So with that, I'm going to let that go. And you can comment below if you think that, some of the visuals I seen had different meanings. And once again, I appreciate and love you all. Keep your sovereignty, your wildness, your freedom, and your belonging. Your tribe you will attract your tribe. Thank you so very much, and I will see you on the next message.